Hello. So, my neighbor gave me a big bag, like a big bag of blueberries. Look at this, from her garden. Okay, this I'm gonna wager is about 5 cups of blueberries, which is the exact amount you need to make a blueberry goat cheese and basil pie. It's perfect. I mean, it's perfect. It's exact. So that is what I'm going to show you right now. It's one of my favorite pies to make. I love this pie. I've been working on this pie for years. It's 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 perfect. It's perfect for the blueberry lovers. It's perfect for the oat crumble lovers. I mean, if you like blueberry cobbler or something with an oat topping, coffee cake, whatever, you're gonna love this. Goat cheese, you're gonna love it. Blueberries, you're gonna love it. Basil, I know. Follow me here. Trust me, you're gonna love it. Stay tuned.
I'm gonna bake something tasty. Gonna be crazy. Meow.
So, um, I love blueberries. It's one of my favorite fruits ever. Tried growing it myself. That didn't work. It died out there. My neighbor across the street, one of the deciding factors of us buying this house was that my wife worked with my neighbor. And so my neighbor is her friend and vouched for the neighborhood, the house, tells her you're getting a good deal, all other things. Um, she also grows a lot of stuff. She grows blueberries and green beans, um, strawberries. And so she gave me a bunch of strawberry plants, which I do have planted around the back of the house. And they do grow. They do. I haven't checked them in a while. We've had flooding in West Virginia. We've had flooding in Fairmont. We've had flooding. You never expect it in a town like this because we don't have those kinds of places that you would think would flood. But then you get a couple inches of rain in about a 30-minute span, and all those things you don't think about. We driving down toward our house. You go down a little hill, and you come back up. And so I mean it's a little dip, but I mean that little dip became a lake, and the businesses around it just flood. They were underwater, flooded. Um, One of my favorite places in the world, Arcadomania. Arcadomania. Help them out. Help them out. They have a GoFundMe page. They are an amazing little arcade. So we don't even have anymore in this day and age. I had my 40th birthday there. My 40th birthday was a surprise party, and it was held there. It was wonderful. There was pizza, and we got big cups of quarters. I mean, we could play. I mean, I played Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Terminator 2: Judgment Day with the guns. Mortal Kombat, The Simpsons. I mean, it was pinball machines. Up one way, up one aisle, and then games around the other. But unfortunately, this place was recessed. You when you walk in the door, there is an initial uh, room, and there's a room off to the side with Pac-Man machines, and then you step down into what is the main area of the business, and so all of that was just underwater. I mean, it's all underwater, and the pictures are devastating. I mean, they're terrible, and so they have a GoFundMe. I'm giving to them. Don't you do what you can, but I'm just saying we've been dealing with floods lately, and it's been bad here. Um, I don't know how I got on that topic, but uh, when I bake a pie, when I bake a blueberry pie. Anyway, my neighbor, we didn't get flooded out. We're fine. I mean, our basement was a little wet, but she was okay. She said her basement was, there was some standing water in her basement, but um, we were okay. We escaped flooding. We escaped two areas that were so bad that cars were underwater, and narrowly too. We narrowly got through these areas before other cars got stuck. So this is Father's Day. I mean, you know, congratulations, dads out there. I hope you had a good day. All things considered, we were able to get back here to our house after a harrowing adventure. Um, and we had food here and cake. My mother-in-law made cake, a really fantastic cake, reminiscent of the do nothing cake that I made a couple videos back. Um, she used, I used a lot of coconut, and it was more of like a an almond joy sort of cake. She went much that route, but more of a Butterfinger type thing with she used a cake mix and put Butterfinger topping. It was like a butter pecan cake mix or something. But anyway, it was really good, and so it wasn't it wasn't a terrible, it wasn't a loss. Um, I got a good box, a big bag of dad treats. My wife, usually on Father's Day, my wife will get me um, dad fuel, is what she calls it, and so it's like um, Zoa energy drinks, what I really love, but can't find them anywhere. But so it was body armor, and I like these little peach ring. They were like pineapple ring gummies with like chili uh, dust on it. It was really, really nice. Chocolates, energy bars for work. Yeah. Anyway, I'm digressing here. Well, I haven't made a video in a while, so I'm digressing. My neighbor here got me this, like I said, beautiful bag of blueberries, and the great thing about this pie is, aside from the crust, um, the topping all in one bowl, mix it all up. The pie all in one bowl, mix it all up. So we have two different things here. We're gonna make a pie crust, and then we're going to mix up some crumble. But right now, I'm just gonna get this filling taken care of here. So, um, really, what you want to do, what I normally do, is combine your sugar and flour together. And this is just really a thickening agent. This flour. Um, the reason I really, like I said, the reason I go with a flour butter crust is because it's I making messes over here. You can't see this, but I'm kicking up flour and all kinds of stuff. But I stick with a basic crust because these blueberries, I can already tell, they're so full of flavor. So they're very ripe. A lot of juice in there. So you don't want to have like a heavy sweet crust or cookie crust or anything. Okay, so for this pie we want just a basic flour butter crust. So for that we have 1 1/4 cup of flour. I'm going to use my big bowl here. Then we have 1/2 teaspoon of salt and 1/2 teaspoon of sugar. Just add that in. Get that a good stir. Nothing fancy. And then to that, we're going to add a stick of butter. You want it chilled. Okay, so what you want to do is take it out of the fridge, put it in the freezer for about 15 minutes. You want it cold. I cut this usually in half. Just you want chunks, because then we're gonna take a fork, kind of grate it in there by hand. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this up. I'm gonna show you what to do here with a fork. Okay, so I always do this by hand. I don't know why. Just easier, but just get yourself a big fork and just you know, smash the flour in there. You're just going to get yourself about pea-sized pieces. Okay. Just mash it up really well. You know, I find the blending is best achieved, honestly, by putting the bowl down. It's all right, baby. What's wrong? And just smash it down and turn the bowl as you do so. What you're going to do is just mash in all these pieces until you get some pea-sized chunks together. Really, you want to get as much of the flour coated with butter as possible. This is also achieved with your hands. You have to use a fork. I like to use a fork just to kind of moderate the size of these pieces here. It's got these a lot of these pea-sized chunks. I mean, it's not all kind of mashed in there, but it's good. It's good enough. And then what you want to do is get about two tablespoons of water, chill it, put it in the freezer, get it really cold, and then clean hands. Just pour a little bit of that water, just a little bit at a time. And just kind of mix this in with your hands and just mush it into a good dough. Right? Of course, this is for one pie crust, just one base. If you wanted to do like a lattice, because we're going to do a crumble topping, of course you'd double this, and then you'd have enough dough for. Where's that? Have enough dough for a lattice or a top, but I'm going to show you how to do a nice crumble topping. So, you don't really have to worry about kneading this necessarily. It's just a very basic flour, butter dough. So you just want to pull it together here. Yeah, this would be plenty. This would be plenty of dough for a pie crust. Yeah, we're gonna have a blueberry and goat cheese. You're gonna have a lot of flavor here, a lot of a lot of sweetness. So you don't really want to go with like a cookie crust or a crumble, anything like that. The crumble is going to add a lot of sweetness, and then there's going to be a lot of spice in that crumble too. Got a nice palm-sized ball of dough here. Just pat this into a little disc, wrap it in plastic wrap, and pop it in the fridge for a while. Give it about 30 minutes to an hour to really firm up, and then we can roll it out. Okay, so yeah, I'm in a little corner here because it's kind of hard, but I usually go with a goat cheese from Aldi's. They usually have like a really nice honey goat cheese. This is from Walmart. Same thing, it's a honey goat cheese. You don't want anything with a lot of flavor. One year I did go out of the way, and they had at Aldi's they had a goat cheese with cranberries, and that was a really nice contrast with this pie. But for the most part, you just want to go with something a little more plain. I go with the honey because it's a little bit of flavor. But goat cheese, cracking this egg. Pour in this cream. Oh yeah! And we're just gonna give this all a good stir. Make this into like a nice nice paste, I guess. This is gonna go over the blueberries. Kind of mush it down. You know, this goat cheese is kind of, even when you let it, this has been sitting out for a good little bit, but even when you let it sit out, it's kind of a little hard to work with. So just kind of mush it down. Get this all stirred in, and then we need a tablespoon. And like again, this is something I get at Aldi's. This basil. Just a nice stir-in basil. Sometimes I have the opportunity to grow my own basil. I haven't been able to do that this year, but 1 tablespoon of basil. Okay, so there you go. You got like looks kind of like ranch. We get on there. It's goat cheese, egg, heavy cream. Get your bowl. Say you want 5 cups, roughly 5 cups of blueberries, which is what this is. See? Okay. And you want to just put it all together. Pour this in there. Coat these really well in this goat cheese mix here. There you go. Get a little dash of salt in there. Just mix these up really well. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Oh man. Okay, and then there you go. Put in that sugar. Sugar and that flour are gonna help to kind of thicken this up really well. Yeah, just you don't want to necessarily burst them, so just fold them in. You know, scoop along the bottom. Mix it in really well. Got a nice blueberry goat cheese paste, and now onto the crumble, the best part. So for our crumble, we're going to need 1 cup of brown sugar, 3/4 cup of flour, 3/4 cup of oats. I have the just the quick cut oats, and then we have 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1/4 teaspoon of Chinese 5 spice. Just a little bit of everything, a little nutmeg, a little star anise. It's going to give this crumble a really good spicy flavor. Okay, it's another instance where you just take everything and you put it in this bowl. So I got a big mixing bowl. Put those oats in there. This brown sugar. Oh, it's brown sugar. It's going to be a nice, ooh, good spices, good spices. My wife really likes this this topping. It's nice and crunchy. Put the oats in there. This brown sugar gives it that that rich bit of molasses in there. That's also in the pie. It's more of I want to say savory, but you know, when it comes to sugar, you don't want all that sugar in the pie. A little bit of brown sugar in there. It's really nice. It's a little something extra. Right, yes. Just stir this up. Stir it up with a spoon or a fork. I get a big fork. I don't know why I like this. I like to use the big. Maybe because we don't use them for anything. My wife and I, my wife went out one year and got a tray of flatware. And again, take your butter, just put it in the freezer for a little bit. Got a tray of flatware, and it has everything you need. I mean, it's got the. But I want to say this is an entree fork or like a fish fork or something. These are the bigger ones, but we have the smaller forks too. So again, you know, I like to cut it in half and just hunk up this butter because you want to make the same thing as before. You want to make some chunks here, and you're just gonna smash them up with the knife. So just kind of break it up a little bit here and there. That way you're not trying to smash down entire pads of butter, you know. My daughter finally went to sleep. She so grumpy. My wife went out with my mother-in-law to I guess to purchase something, a table, and it was about 12:30 or so. Usually my daughter, like, you know, takes her nap. So it's like, just go, so you go, and I'll watch her here, and then I'll make this pie. Same thing, like I said, take it, just smash the stuff down, smash this butter as much as you can, and just turn the bowl. You know? So yeah, I just like this. She's so grumpy. Just leave her here, and then you go and do this thing with your mom. And I think they're gonna go get ice cream or something later. I don't know. See how Mannington's doing. It's just so bad that the flooding really. I mean, it really got everywhere. I mean, it got like 7 people dead. It soaked the library is like 100 years old, so it soaked the front of the building has these giant windows. I'm gonna get in here with my hands. Just gonna smash this together. Everything's in the fridge. This is another thing too. You know, if the reason you put we're using cold butter here is to kind of keep everything from getting too, you know, too soggy. You don't want a soggy crust. You go to roll it out. You don't want you want nice even crumbles with this topping, 'cause it's going to go all over the pie. So I'm going to do. I'm just working this with my hands a little bit, and then this can all go into the fridge, you know, to firm up. If you do this too, you know, get your hands in there, kind of work with the butter, crumble it up, and then you can just put this in the fridge for a little bit. I mean, not very long at all, maybe half an hour, and it'll get colder, and then you can just crumble it. You know, it'll get a little firm. You just crumble it up. That's what you're looking for here. You want just a nice kind of like a sandy crumble here. So I'm gonna put this in the fridge, and I'll get back to this dough. We roll this thing out, get this thing going. All right. Never had a light on the whole time. Anyway, you know, just for not to cut anybody out or anything, but just because of the sake of my kitchen being small, and couldn't really show you what to do here. But that crust, like I said, you don't need to knead it or anything. That using that chilled butter is going to give you nice layers, nice flaky crust. Good. But I just, you know, you roll it out, just roll it flat as you can. Put it in a pan, like this. I just kind of take your knuckle, you know, crust, makes little ridges. That's not a necessary thing, really, because we're going to use this crumble. It won't really matter. But what you do want to do is get a fork and just poke a bunch of holes all around this crust. You know, and if you want to, really, if you want to use a store-bought crust, by all means, I mean, go ahead, right ahead. This works fine. It's just an average. It's just your a fruit filling and a topping. You can put that in anything. You can make a cobbler. Put it down and make a cobbler if you want to. But just a good couple of pokes of the fork in there. Take our filling. Let's put that down in there. Yeah, it's good. That's good stuff. Oh, it's gonna be nice. You can kind of see it's. I mean, I've had it in the fridge maybe you know 15 minutes maybe just to let myself roll out this crust and everything, get that crumble made. So not very long, but you can kind of see it's thickening up really well. And then boom! Look at this awesome oat topping. Just cover the entire thing, man. Just cover the entire thing. We have a little bit of room here. I mean, not a lot. I think I might have underestimated the amount of blueberries a little bit, not by much. We definitely have enough. It's not a big deal. But you can be liberal with this topping. It's a lot of topping. There's a reason. I mean, it kind of keeps everything inside, and it's just really, really good. Okay. Go. It's nice, huh? This is going to be a really good pie. This is going to go into the oven at 350 for about half an hour. What I'm going to do here, just a little bit, a little bowl. Just take some of that heavy cream you have there. Just take a little bit, not a lot. Just take a little bit. Okay. Just use it to brush onto your pie crust here, just around the edges, just to keep it. You're gonna get a nice little browning there, you know. There we go. It's nice. If you want to take a little bit of egg whites, you can do that too. That's fine. This is just going to give your crust a little bit of a sheen. Well, this is going to be a little browning. Egg whites give you a little sheen. You don't have to be perfect with it. Just enough to coat the top of the crust, and that way you're not going to get like a lot of you don't want a black crust. There we go. Yeah, I was want to get this in because we're supposed to get like a really bad heat advisory, and it's like, man, at least if I can like make a pie, and I don't want the blueberries to go bad, you know, let's make a pie before that heat wave. We won't be in the kitchen, you know, sweating it out. Push that crumble to the edge there a little bit. You flatten this out a little bit. There we go. So, our oven's at 350. We're gonna give this about 30 to 40 minutes. Okay, so you know, most of my recipes are in the or on the phone. I remember. These ones are though. So this is old. So you know, I love this recipe. They're written on note cards. The note cards are in a little box. I have a little recipe box. This is all going to go in a. That's my box. This is all going to go into a cookbook for my daughter. As soon as I buy the book, but just a little detail how much how much I use this recipe, how much I love this recipe. I took the time to write it down on a 3x5 note card, old world style. But 30. I put this in for 35 minutes. I'm gonna go clean up. My daughter's still asleep. We're gonna give this some time, and I'll be right back. All right. So. All right. 40 minutes in the oven, and you get this beautiful, gorgeous blueberry and goat cheese and basil pie. Oh, man. Hi. It's like 2 days later. Look at this. Look at that. Oh, So beautiful. Look at that gorgeous pie. I I put this in the fridge almost right after it came out of the oven. Well, maybe not. You know, I let it cool, obviously, in the pie plate. But great thing about this pie is it's perfect cold. I mean, geez, especially now. I mean, it is boiling. It is not even 10 a.m. and it is we're in the middle of a heat wave in West Virginia. Um, it's just been just scorching all day, all day yesterday, all day Sunday. So I put this in the fridge so that my wife and I can have some cold pie. It's really good. Look at that way. Anyway, mm. So good. The you know, that goat cheese really adds like a you know, creaminess obviously, but a, you know, I never really know the word, a mustiness, I guess. You know, it's a great thing to hold it together. It gives it sort of a fruit and cream pie, uh, but just a little more. You know, it's just velvety. There's a great uh, reason for the cream cheese or the goat cheese. But anyway, I know. Right now, when you're able to take in some of this pie, you know, maybe you're trying to cool down from this intense heat wave. I don't know. Hopefully, maybe it's 10 a.m. where you are, and you're cleaning the house while your baby sits on the couch and watches videos and reads her Peppa Pig book. That's what mine's doing. Mm. It's so good. And that basil, I know you were probably thinking like, you know, something savory or like basil in a fruit pie probably isn't the best thing. Uh, but it gives it that little bit of earthiness and that little bit of bitters that just, um, you know, when you have something like blueberries, especially or strawberries, um, you know, the fruit is so sweet that you want something to cut that. So um, the goat cheese works in that regard, but also the basil. The basil really helps to cut that sweetness and lends a really good little bit of bitters and just so good, so good. The crumble on top, I mean, perfect. Yeah, oats, uh, brown sugar, and then this crust. It's a very basic, just a basic flour butter crust. A little bit of sugar in there, so there's a tiny bit of sweetness in that crust, but overall, just a wonderful pie. Mm. Honestly, one of my all-time favorite pies to make. Love it so much. Um, I hope you're all doing okay. You know, out there in the world, the verge of World War III with a dumbass pulling the strings. It'll be all right. Well, I'm here for you. Um, you know, we're all in this together. Just take a couple moments, cut yourself some pie, and just you know, today's my day off. And yes, I do clean the house every Monday. Every day, Mondays we clean. Baby knows that. But you know, maybe on your day off, maybe just a little downtime, just have some pie. Savor some of the good things you've done. You know, feel good about yourself. Feel a little proud, and try to do good things. That's how I'm living my life. Just try to do good things. You know. I'm gonna have this. Go check on the baby. I can hear her. She's fine. But until next time, I don't really know what I'm gonna bake next, but You never know when a neighbor will come by and give you a giant bag of something. This summer is usually a good zucchini season. I, of course, am always gifted multiple zucchinis and squashes. Um, I'm probably going to break out a really nice, simple, but beautiful, moist, flavorful zucchini bread, a cake, maybe zucchini cake. Um, so maybe that's in store for later. But until then, yeah, just try to do good things, stay well, happy baking. See ya. Yeah.
I'm okay. Singing.
Yep. Yep. I had fresh basil the whole time. I was growing it on the porch. God, there's a lot going on. Hey.